and that's radioactive contamination. Very radioactive.
Genius or absolutely insane? The choice is yours, guys, but I would definitely not be trying this myself, I can tell you that much. The clip that you guys just watched was taken from a broadcast back in 1985, and the man seen in this clip is a very notable figure from the nuclear industry, a man by the name of Galen Windsor. And there's one particular reason why Galen is so famous in the nuclear industry. It's because of his radical and controversial beliefs about the safety of radioactive material. This clip was taken during one of his many presentations to show just how safe uranium is. He can be seen dumping out a small portion of radioactive metal onto his hand, testing it with a Geiger counter, and then licking it off of his hand. To go the extra mile and show people that he really did this, he also puts the Geiger counter to his mouth, which gets a pretty strong reading, and then he swallows and licks the rest off of his hand. And this might come as a surprise, but Galen was actually somewhat correct here. The uranium that he consumed was not water soluble, meaning it can't mix in, and therefore his body was not going to metabolize it. Instead, it was just going to pass through. In fact, the craziest part about this is that the uranium Galen consumed would be more of a risk when it came to kidney toxicity than it would radioactivity, at least in the short term. This also wasn't the only demonstration that Galen would do to prove his perspective. He would oftentimes take swims in pools meant for storing old used up nuclear rods. He would drink from the water as well without ever suffering any ill effects. He was also a big believer in the fact that nuclear radiation and its dangers were often overstated. Many times he would say that the reason this was so was because a small group of people wanted to control this very powerful resource. Therefore, the way to do that was through fear. Now, of course, because of all these demonstrations and his consistent preaching that radiation really wasn't all that dangerous, this ignited a bunch of debates between different people and safety protocols in the industry. But despite Mr. Windsor's beliefs, there are still a lot of concerns, as well as compensation claims from people who have worked in these areas in close proximity to nuclear items. Personally, whether or not Galen was correct, in my opinion, is not a black and white issue. I think there might be some aspects of his argument that have some merit, as well as some that don't. Either way, Galen actually ended up living a very long life, over 80 years old, and he passed away in 2008, at least 20 years after he consumed this uranium live. I could tell you right now, though, I do think it's a better idea to have more safety restrictions than less, especially when it comes to radioactive material. In any event, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I have my Patreon linked to my bio if you guys want to check that out and help support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.